Hi, welcome to a review by Fishog. I'm sorry it's been a long time since I did a review, kind of for a number of reasons, but as well I just didn't know what to do a review on. And yesterday I finished the Sookie Stackhouse book, Dead Ever After, by Charlaine Harris, and it's the final book in this series, the 13th book. And I said I have to kind of do a review on it because I like to do a review on, you know, the ends of series. And I've done a review on books 1 to 10 or 11, I think, and I've done a review on book 12, and they're in the box below if you want to check those out. But I just absolutely loved and adored this series. When I first read it, I think I read books 1 to 8 all in one, and then I was waiting for book 9 and I loved it, and I thought it was just so great. I got into the characters so much, and Eric was like one of my favourite characters ever, and Eric and Sookie relationship I just lived for. I thought it was amazing, and even in the books they weren't together, I just like still love them, and I always reread their parts, and I just loved it. It was great. And then we got to book 10 and it was so bad, and then, well, it wasn't so bad, but it just wasn't as good as the other ones. And book 11 was a little bit better than book 10, but it wasn't great. And then book 12 was just the worst in the series. Like, it was just so dull and boring and nothing was happening. I was just sick of Sookie by then. And then we got to book 13 and I was like, well, Charlaine Harris, you know, she might pull up her socks and do an amazing last book. Unfortunately, no, it wasn't. It was just, what happened? Like, it just went downhill. And then I was thinking, is it just me? Am I just not into this book these books anymore? Like, if it was like a few years ago, would I have loved it? But everyone else is agreeing with me, so I think it's not me. It's the style of the writing or the story or whatever. Yeah, just, I don't know what happened. It's so, I think the biggest problem is it's so dull and mundane. Like, I was just skimming it after a while, just wanting to get to the end, see what would happen. Like, it's just Sookie going, you know, baking casseroles, sunbathing, going shopping, talking to Tara, just so boring, and nothing exciting happens. And then when the actual mystery of the plot, the story, the apparently exciting thing, it's just so not really complicated, just like, I'm not bothered to even pay attention, so I don't know who's who, and it's just a really, really dull mystery, and there might as well not be vampires in it anymore. Yeah, and the Eric and Sookie relationship then, it was just like, I don't even care about them anymore. And yeah, the author just ruined it really, really badly. So I wouldn't recommend the 13th book. Yeah, it's just not worth the read. If you do want to find out what happens in the very, very end, and you don't want to bother reading the book, just stay tuned for the spoiler review. And yeah, I know there's been some like theories over the years what would happen. Would she turn into a vampire? Would she die? I don't know, would she move? I don't know, if something major happen. And I will let you know that in a few minutes. But yeah, it's just a terrible ending to the series. I think if I ever reread the series, I would reread books 1 to 9, and then I wouldn't bother with the last 4. So yeah, I don't know what you think about it. It's so funny when on Goodreads and every single review was 1 star. I was like, will I give it 1 star? I won't be mean, I'll give it 2. But then everyone else is giving it 1, so I'm like I won't give 1 star unless I really, really hated it. And I don't know if I hated what happened to the series, but it's just a really dull book. I don't know. Yeah, I'll see how many stars I give it. But that's that, unfortunately. And yeah, Sookie Stackhouse series is done. Terrible ending, but great beginning. Let's try and end on a positive. Okay, so now I'm going to do a spoiler review, and if you haven't read this book and you don't want to know the spoilers, I suggest you switch off now. Okay, so yeah, Eric and Sookie aren't in a great place. She used the Cluedo door, or whatever it's called, to bring Sam back from the dead, and Eric's all mad about that, because, you know, he can't make a choice and not go off afraid of the vampire himself. He wanted Sookie to wish it for him, but anyway. I don't even know what the whole mystery thing was. There was some, like, the odd section or chapter from some mystery person's point of view, and after a while we find out it was Steve Newlin and some other guy, I don't even remember who he is. And then in the end it turned out to be Claude who's behind it all. Like, the fairy thing I thought was meant to be ended ages ago. Yeah, the mystery, I wasn't even paying attention to it, it was just boring. So he's going to jail. Her life just seems so depressing. And then I predicted this books back. If you look at my review, I thought this would happen. I thought she'd get Sam, maybe have a baby. I know something a bit more dramatic might happen, but I thought the way the books were going, I thought she would get Sam, and I was right. Theory was correct, but it was not dramatic whatsoever. Like, it should have built up maybe a bit more. The author should have put a bit more work into them as a potential couple. It was kind of like one minute they're kind of friends, the next minute they're having this kissing and weird sex scene, and they're kind of a couple. It's just, there's no work put into it. I know their friendship built up over all the books, but friendship is different to them as a couple, so it was just very, very underwhelming. And then at the very, very end, her and Sam go line dancing. It's all great. She gets kidnapped for like a chapter, but everything is saved in the end. And then Sam brings her home. It's a few weeks later, and he goes away. And then she's like, "Yeah, if we turn out to be a couple, that's grand. I'll be happy. But if we don't, you know, end up as a couple, I'll still be happy. I'm Sookie Stackhouse. I belong here." And that was the end. So just like, I don't know, I was waiting for something big to happen in the end, but it was just not blah. And I read something that I think Charlaine Harris was going to kill off Bill in the ninth book, and she said she couldn't in the end because he had more of a story to tell. And so I was like, what was the story to tell? Please tell me. Him lurking in the woods, him butting into Sookie's life. I don't even know what Bill's role was. Yeah, and then it was a really, really bitter end to the Eric and Sookie relationship too. They just parted, and she wasn't allowed to ever go to Oklahoma. Yeah, so what? She'll just work as a waitress for the rest of her life in this town where half people hate her, and her and Sam will have just this normal, boring relationship. I don't know, just the series that had its big supernatural element and was so exciting at the beginning just ended so underwhelmingly and just blah, really. And then I was skimming it, and then I was like, oh, Crim's there. Yeah, why did he come back? Anyway, so that's my review on Dead Ever After. It wasn't a happy ever after, really. But I'd love to know what you think about it. Some people were quite angry at my negative review of the 12th book. They were like, oh, you're not a fan, how dare you say this, blah blah blah. Yeah, I was a great fan, but unfortunately the books just went down in quality, so that's my honest review of it. But thank you very much for watching, and happy reading!